Hi, hello everyone. This is Miss Caroline from the Coolidge Corner Library, and I am so happy that you have joined me today for this Craft Along Junior Kit demonstration. Our Craft Along Junior Kits are brought to you by the library's ideaSPACE program. As you already know, ideaSPACE is generously sponsored by the Brookline Library Foundation and is brought to you by federal funds provided by the Institute of Museum and Library Services and is administered by the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners. So huge thank you to all of the folks who have worked so hard to bring this program to Brookline. In October's Craft Along Junior Kit, we have materials to make paper bag ninjas. So let's get started. Fantastic. In your Craft Along Junior Kit, you should have some very common supplies. If all of the Craft Along Junior Kits had already been claimed before you got a chance to request one, or if you simply prefer to use your own materials from home, or if you did get a Craft Along kit and made your ninjas and want to make even more ninjas so that you have a whole ninja army with you, then you can probably find all of the supplies and resources included in the kit in your own home. Inside the kit, you would have found a glue stick. You would have found 4 googly eyes. Googly eyes are great things to have always. 4 metal brads, or they're sometimes called brass fasteners. These are great for holding pieces of paper together. And 2 brown paper bags and 4 pieces of colored construction craft paper. All right, excellent. So what you're going to do, I am going to angle my camera down so that you can see what my hands are doing and you can craft along with me. So let's angle this down. All right, fantastic. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your brown paper bag first, and you're going to select which of these colors you would like to use to make your ninjas. Since I already have my purple ninja, I am going to make, I think, a red ninja now. So what you're going to need to get from home, which did not come along with your kit, is a pen or a pencil and some safe craft scissors. If you don't have any safe craft scissors, or even if you do, we still recommend that you have a grown-up craft along with you to help you with the cutting part, because sometimes scissors can be a little challenging to use, and it's always good to have an adult with you to help you out for the hard parts. Okay, excellent. So we're going to get our Craft Along brown paper bag, and we are going to measure. So what we're going to do is we are going to put our Craft Along kit, we're going to put the bottom of the bag against the edge of the paper, and then we're just going to take a peek and see where this fold happens, and we're going to make a little mark there on the paper, right there. And then we're going to use this line for the brown paper bag, and we're just going to trace. And we're going to use the edge of the bag as our straight line tracer. We're going to lift it up, and we have that line. And then we see where we made this little mark. We're going to trace that down so that we know how big a shirt to cut for our ninja. Excellent. So there we have the shirt part of our ninja. And let's take a look at our already made ninja. So you can see this part is what we have just traced. All right. Ooh, my eyes are coming off. There we go. Well, let's put those aside. Okay, fantastic. So the next part of our ninja that we are going to trace is we're going to trace here and here. So we're going to trace his face coverings. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your brown paper bag, and you are going to measure. We have, again, the little notch where we ended our last design. We're going to line this up. Use our paper bag as our straight edge again, like that. And then we're just going to trace around there. There we go. Now this rectangle is too big, because remember, we want to have an empty space here for our puppet's eyes to peer through so that our ninja can see. So what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of make a little mark to mark a space for your ninja. And then again, you're going to use the straight edge of your brown paper bag right there, that straight edge, to draw from the notch you just drew all the way down to the end of the paper. And then you're going to do it again, find that notch you drew, and draw it straight down that piece of paper right there. All right, fantastic. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to do our ninja's arms, because our ninja needs to have arms so that he can climb up walls and do all of those other cool ninja things. So we're going to trace those. And as it happens, we already have 3 lines here. So we're just going to extend that and make another line that will be our ninja's other arm, like that. Okay, fantastic. Now this is the part where you get your child-safe scissors and a responsible adult to help you with the cutting. And we are just going to cut all of these different pieces out. Okay? Alrighty, so here we go. And this is the end of what you, of your use for these construction papers. So you can save the scraps to do whatever other crafts you might want. You could also, if you wanted, you could make accessories for your ninja. Maybe they are a very fashionable ninja, or maybe I'm sure that ninjas could always use a nice change of clothes in case they get their other clothes dirty from all of their climbing and sort of athletic activities. So you can always use this extra craft paper to make extra supplies for your ninjas, or to make entirely new crafts. We definitely want to recycle and reduce and reuse. Okay, so now we have our ninja's shirt. We have the 2 sides of his face coverings here, and then we have his 2 arms. Now before we glue the shirt to our paper bag, right here, we want to attach our ninja's arms to his shirt. So what you're going to do is you're going to get one of the metal brads, and let's measure. So I'm going to just tuck the ninja's shirt right under there, okay? So we can sort of see what the ninja shirt is going to look like. And I'm going to make a little mark where I want my ninja's arms to be. Okay, fantastic. So now I'm going to poke through there, and I'm going to get my other brad, and I'm going to poke where I made that other mark. Poke, like that, okay. And then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to get one of the arms, and I'm going to poke it through the brad. This one is through the brad, like this. Poke. And then I'm going to spread the brad open, like that. Then I'm going to get my other arm, and I have my other metal brad here. I'm going to poke that through, and then I'm going to spread the pieces of the brad out like that. Okay, and so now when we turn it over, we have our ninja's arms attached to his shirt. Here's where we glue. So we're going to get our glue, and we are going to glue, 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 all over. Glue, 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 glue. Alrighty, excellent. But because we want for our ninja's arms to still be able to move around, you don't want to put any glue over where his arms connect to his shoulders. You want to leave that unglued so that you can move them around. And if you do glue those down, don't worry. That is why you have 2 paper bags, so that you can always make another ninja if your first ninja maybe has room for improvement. So here we go. Doop, 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 doop. All right, and so there you have your ninja with his arms that move around. Excellent. So what do we still need? We need our ninja's mask, right? Yes, so here you see we're almost done, but not quite. And we're still going to take care of those eyes that kind of fell off. Don't worry, we're going to come back to that. So now what we're going to do is very, very simple. We're going to put glue on one of the strips, doop-a-doop, and press them down on our ninja right there. Okay, then we're going to take the second strips, press them down on our ninjas right there. Okay. And then, here we go. Doop-a-doo. And now it is time for our googly eyes. All right, so you may find, so googly eyes, you need to put glue on them, and then you need to give them time to dry. And unfortunately, in this demonstration, I am not going to give my googly eyes the chance to dry onto the paper bag. So this is unfortunately the hard part for every craft project, is you have to be patient and wait for the glue to dry, which is so hard. But hopefully these eyes will at least stay on enough for me to lift this up and show to you. Maybe not. We'll see how lucky we are. All right. And so now that you have your eyes glued on, whoop, excellent. We are all done. So I'm going to be very gentle so that hopefully my eyes don't fall off. Yay, there we go. Hello, hello. All right, there you go, friends. I hope you had fun with me doing this craft project today, and I hope that you have many, many ninjas to look forward to in the future. All right, bye. Bye. See you later. Bye.
Thank you so much for crafting with us today. We would love to see what you made with your kit, so please feel free to share your project with us on social media using the hashtag #MakeYourOwnStory. We're also so thankful to our sponsors for helping to make this project possible. The ideaSPACE program is funded in part by the Brookline Library Foundation and with federal funds from the Institute of Museum and Library Services, administered by the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners. If you didn't get a kit this month or would like to craft along with us again, our next reservations will open up on Eventbrite at 7 p.m. on October 30th. From all of us here at the library, we miss you and wish you happy making.